Welcome to the show. The H-bomb in the lab, cook and feel on screen. Zesty vibes loud, turn cringe to a meme. All your filters off, it's a wild reveal. One edit from me and the fiction gets real. Play that tape.
Oh, I didn't see you there. Well, it's been a while, hasn't it? Some things have happened that I think we need to discuss. It's interesting what happens when the king is not around, isn't it? Honestly, I don't know. I've been so busy, I have no idea what's been going on. But I'm back. So, fasten your seatbelts, return your tray tables to their upright positions, because we're ready for takeoff. It's time for the Level 1 podcast. All right, everyone, welcome to the show, the first show in over a freaking week. And that's like unprecedented around here, right? Like usually I'm here if I'm going to have a couple days off, it's not that big of a deal and we work it into the schedule. But as everyone knows, I'm sure things didn't go that way this last week. All right. And to be quite frank with you, all right, this was no party. This was no, how can I say, vacation. As much as I wish that I could have come back today and said, hey, everyone, guess what? Great stuff. I finally took an amazing honeymoon or whatever. Sadly, that's not the case. As they say, sometimes things creep up on you, kind of like out of nowhere, they sneak up on you and they, it's kind of like, you're at the mall and a weirdo no-life detractor starts filming you with their camera, or like at the gas station just trying to like fill up your gas, and some weirdo is like creeping around the pump trying to take a picture of you. Maybe you've never experienced that, but I have. And in this case, they creeped up so hard, I got beat in the butt. And I had to deal with some personal stuff this last week, all right? And as much as I would have loved to be here with all of you, because I would have, sometimes you just got to take time away, which is what I had to do. It wasn't planned, it wasn't scheduled, and I had absolutely no idea how long it was going to take. So it wasn't even like I could say something in the middle of the week and be like, okay, I'll be back by so-and-so or whatever. It wasn't like that at all. So because of that, it was up in the air. And I had people contacting me from all over the internet. I'll tell you that, like people who are longtime fans, people who are actually detractors, people who I've had some association with, who I've worked with, reaching out and saying, hey, I just hope everything's well or whatever. And I do appreciate that, but I want everyone to understand the reason that I really didn't respond to anyone is because I was in the thick of shit and I had to deal with the shit when I was in it, So, I'm out of the shit. At least for now, and I'm back. Today is Saturday, the 12th of July, 2025. This is the Level 1 podcast. We're back, and I am here for the foreseeable future. A full week of streams, starting today, going through all the way Friday. Now, the thing is, all right, quite frankly, I don't know what to do this week. They might say, well, what do you mean by that? I just don't know what to do. We ended, if you don't even remember, I don't blame you, it's over a week ago, with a marathon. My July 4th Independence Day marathon. And what a marathon it was. I feel like we should recap it just a little bit here, because quite a lot went down. Number one, I drank a lot. Number two, you supported a lot. So thank you so much for that. Number three, I cleaned out this closet, kind of. And what I mean by that is, even though we spent all day doing it, I only got about halfway. No exaggeration, about the halfway point here to the left, I didn't even touch. And that's a lot of the stuff that I wanted to get to, including older decorations and things that I might not even be using anymore with my new setup the way it is. My classic games collection that might have even increased in value even more since the last time we looked at it 3+ years ago. We didn't get a chance to finish. And it's funny because people are like, how could this marathon be popular? This is going to be so boring. And once again, it ended up being the best marathon I did in about 4 months. No lie, we had more attendance, more engagement, more support, and everyone loved it. And I had every intention of having a 2-day weekend and coming back strong on Monday with normal streams. As you know, we're in the thick of many playthroughs. Now, in addition to that, we got to talk about something even more important than that, all right? We got to talk about the goals. We're at 52 out of 60 goals hit. Are you aware of this? That's right. We did so well during the marathon that we hit something like 6-7 goals, and we hit the goal. So we ended up doing DSP Tries It, the Sonic Grillo's Pickles menu, but also we're 2 goals into the next reward. So we got to figure out what's the next reward. Because when we left, it was going to be Taco Bell. You know what? I think Taco Bell can give it a rest. Taco Bell's not very interesting. All right, being honest with all of you. All right, just not. It's not very interesting at all. I feel like Taco Bell is played out. They don't really have much new right now. However, I already know what we're going to be doing for the next episode. Are you ready for this? I hope you're ready for this. Prepare your butts, ladies and gentlemen. For the next DSP Tries It, we are doing something brand new. It is called Super Chicks, the last true chicken sandwich. It is a fast food chain that just opened up in the last couple of weeks in my area, and now I can order the food. It's chicken sandwiches that are gourmet level, plus frozen custard, fries, and more. It is a great new place, all right, and I can't wait to try it. I've been waiting because they opened like 3 weeks ago, but they haven't been available for delivery until a few days ago. So I am very excited for this. This is going to be our reward when we hit 60 goals raised this week. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're excited to get back on track, if you're happy to see me back, and you're ready for chill streaming fun, let's get some support. Let's get our first super chat, let's get our first tip, let's get our first membership, and let's get some subs over on Kick. What is going on? Let's get some support rolling in right now. Come on, let's do some shout outs. And let's talk, let's chill, let's chat, let's figure this out, all right? Because I don't know what I'm doing this week, quite frankly. I have no idea what we're doing. All right, let's go. What's going on over on Kick? Spike Vincent's there. What's going on, man? We got a bunch of thumbs down. Already people are complaining. I've been back for 12 minutes. 12 minutes, and people are already complaining on Kick. How about this? How about you kiss my fucking ass and stop being whiny bitches like you are, and just sit back and shut the fuck up, because you're on my stream, bitches. And I'm back, and I'm in large, and I'm in charge, and you can fucking deal with it. You can check those thumbs down, and you could go like this, right up your fucking rectum. That's how much I care about you. All right. Very nice. All right, so shall we be? What's up, Dixie Wrecked? How you doing? Battle Duck, how you doing? What's going on, everybody? Tron Gates Legacy, how are you? Welcome, everybody. Welcome back to the streams. We got contributions rolling in. I'm going to shout them out in a sec. I appreciate you all. Thank you so very much. And just so you know, no, I don't have a double black eye or anything like that. Absolutely not. I'm just wearing sunglasses to look cool today, because it makes me look cool, right? I don't have to wear them the whole show. Maybe I'll take them off at some point. We'll see. By the way, don't worry, I have much more to say about me being away. It's just, let's do it slowly. It's like they say, you don't just dive into the lake. You dip your toe in to get yourself adjusted to the temperature, right? Before you jump in and you freeze your ass off, you got to see what the climate's like. So we're going to talk about my time off. Don't worry about it. Stick around. Don't go anywhere. If I give you everything you want up front, then you're going to leave. So I got to tease you. I got to tantalize you. I can't just give you all the goods up front. You understand? You got to wait. We got to talk about super chicks and shit. You know, it's more important. Okay. Ralph did a $5 super chat. He's been on over a week, and we get no story resolution. That's right. You don't know what happened. F*** you. You don't know what happened. F*** you. Thank you for your $33. You get no ending. Oh, shame on you. I'm going to be very clear with all of you. I've been busy. I have done absolutely nothing. When Like, I've been so busy with this crap that I've been dealing with that I walked in here last night. What time was it that I posted up? Like 8 p.m. That was the first time I've had a chance to do anything in this room since the marathon. Like, no exaggeration. I walked down, I was like, crap, okay, how do I do this now? I still had bins on the floor that I hadn't put in the closet. I still had shit that was like, not in the right spots because of the marathon. And so, yeah, I wasn't sitting around. I didn't upgrade my crown. It's the exact same crown. Everything's the same. I've been busy with real life shit. Okay. Parasolo with a 50 sec super chat. He says 50 secs or $5. Welcome back, King. Thanks. I was about to do the currency conversion and he saved me the hassle. Thank you very much, Parasolo. Thank you so much for the support. And yes, it's good to be back, quite frankly. To be honest, like I've told you, it was not a vacation. I wish it would have been great if I came back, I had like fully tanned, and I'm like, smoking a cigar. Oh, yes, I'm back, everyone. I don't know why I have an accent now, but I'm back from the Bahamas, and no, that's not what it was at all. I wish, but no. Okay, I received a $5 tip. Glad to see you're back home and healthy. Keep this anonymous, please. Okay, I will. No, actually, the person gave me their name. I'm not going to read their name. It's good to be back home on stream, man. It is. It really is because, like I said, it's been a very, very stressful time for me. And, like I said, a lot of the times, coming here and just chilling with you guys, having a conversation, playing a fun game. It's a very relaxing thing. And like I said, don't worry, because I know many of you are you want to talk, we're going to talk. Don't worry about it. We're going to chat. It's that don't think that, oh, now, Phil's not going to say a word. Basically, I have a few things to say about the state of things. All right, I do. To be honest, I'm actually just getting all caught up with it. Because here's a funny part. I'll tell you guys this up front. Like, literally, like I said, I've been not paying any attention to anything on the internet, anything with the business, nothing. I've been busy with personal stuff. So I come back yesterday into this room. I'm trying to just like briefly get caught up. I've got a million messages. I got people telling me this happened, that happened. This person said this, that person said it. Did you know? People were trying to figure out if I was around because they were saying they saw that comments were getting moderated on DSP Gaming. Well, Phil is such a, if he's really having a bad time in life, why is he moderating his comments on the channel? I'm not. I have moderators who moderate. That's why they're called moderators, because they have moderation powers. So a few of them were in my comments this week, and they were saying, yeah, they were really heinous stuff in there, so we're taking care of that for you while you're gone. That's much appreciated. They're like, but I haven't seen any of it. All I know is I'm hearing things through the grapevine about like what happened and stuff while I was gone. I'm like, well, it's no surprise that that kind of stuff would happen, but I don't really know the truth of any of it because I haven't watched a single video. I haven't read any posts. I'm coming back into this cold only via hearsay. Probably you guys today will inform me on this podcast of what's been going on since I've been gone because I don't know. Feel free to do so if you want me to get a laugh out of it or whatever because I have no clue what's happening. Okay, here we go. Here we go. I got a $2 tip. Here's the first I've heard of any of this. Thoughts on Doody sending people to snap pictures of your porch and various packages. The man is 50. He's on vacation. He spent the entire week obsessing over you while ignoring his family and saying, I believe that latter half. The first half is not true. No one was here snapping pictures of my porch. That did not happen. So don't believe everything you're told. This is just nonsense. That never happened at all. But the second half I would believe. But here's the thing. I wasn't here. We have been talking about this for a while, have we not? That this entire vortex around me is just that, around me, and dependent upon me, and to what I'm being told and for what I'm understanding. All right, this week, because I was not here streaming and making content for them to steal, lie about, and regurgitate is toxic, they literally had nothing to do And they were losing their fucking minds. Like they were completely stir crazy. They didn't know what to say, what to do. They have no original content. So they had to like really go out on a limb in order to try to find things to talk about. And essentially their viewership was monstrously down. Some of them actually gave up and stopped making content for the time being. Like they just had nothing to do because I was not here. And that's the point I've been making. That in a court of law is the evidence you need to prove that someone is a thief and breaking the law. Because you understand that if they actually had content of their own, then they would have kept making it. But they didn't. They waited for me to come back to start stealing again. So in a court of law, I now have an actual week on record where their views are recorded, their content uploads, behaviors recorded. I have everything I need. I'm good. No. Anyway, did I add the $2? I don't think I added the $2, did I? Oh, and I will say one more thing before we move forward. As of today, officially, there are parties involved documenting all of that. Who's doing what, how often they're doing it, how much they're doing it, when they're doing it, what they're actually doing. Like, are you actually rebroadcasting me fully? Are you just clipping and editing and doing transformative, where all of that is being documented as of today? Formally, I'm going to have everything I need in the future. So if you're out there and you think you've had the gravy train all this time, and, it's all been free and clear. As of today, I'm giving you official notice publicly. I'm sure this will be clipped. Everything is now being documented for the future. So I hope that if you're someone who actually steals my content illegally and benefits from it financially, that you have, like, a backup. Because pretty soon, everything you're doing is going to either come to an end or be mine, and I'm going to own it. Okay? If you pay for your house right now, your mortgage, with money that you make because you steal my content every day, well, pretty soon you're not going to have that money anymore. And in fact, all the money that you've made is going to be mine. You understand? So I'm just saying, now might be a good time to like go get a job, get some job applications out there. Maybe go, sing some fries or maybe Uber driver or something, something like that. Now might be the time to dip your toe into the lake of something else because the days of milk and honey for you are coming to an end. Everything is now being recorded, and you've gotten fair notice now, just so you know. So anyone else from this moment on who continues to do that behavior, that illegal behavior, you already knew that this is happening. You have no one to blame but yourself. I've given you fair public notice. Fair enough? Okay, and Real Roy with a $2 super chat. Glad to see that you're okay. You had us worry. I do apologize to anyone who I might have worried, but you have to understand something. As you know, I have this vortex of literal losers around me. They feed off of me. They need me to be relevant. And therefore, I had to not say anything during the time that I was going to be away for protection, for personal reasons. You know what I mean? Like if I just started talking publicly about this hard stuff I'm going through, immediately you would have these people trying to interfere with it. And it's sad. But already they've tried to interfere with my bankruptcy hearing 5 years ago, which is completely illegal. They've completely impersonated other people and tried to do identity theft and have successfully stolen my identity on multiple occasions. They actually got employed at Comcast and reset my modem and changed my modem settings. I mean, that's only a few of the insane things they've done. Can you imagine the lengths they would go to so that they can say that they have some kind of effect on my life? And quite frankly, this week I just didn't fucking need it. So I did the way that I did it on purpose, and it worked absolutely flawlessly. There was absolutely no interference whatsoever in my personal life this week, thankfully, and that's a good thing, okay? If anyone does want to actually live rebroadcast me and does not want to actually suffer legal ramifications down the line, because if you don't get permission from me, you will, you could contact me and we could talk about it. Maybe we could work out a licensing fee where I say you can live rebroadcast me on a daily basis as long as there's a contribution or an agreement or something in place Because if you're going to use my content live before I have a chance to even get it on the internet and monetize it, then I need to receive compensation for that. And so if you're someone who regularly does that and you don't want to get sued into oblivion down the line, you should probably contact me now and work something out. Okay? If you don't, I'm going to sue you into oblivion somewhere down the line. I'm going to own everything that you owe. Okay. £2 super chat from Stuart, which is rumored to demand all of their play buttons. Oh, indeed, all of their views are from me. I mean, not only do I own all of the income they've ever made stealing my content, I also own all of their views, so their play buttons are mine as well. I'll be sure to demand that in the settlement. Okay. For the record, if we hit 60 goals on this stream, I'll order super chicks right now. Seriously, if we hit the 60 goals on this stream, I'll just order it immediately. We'll have it right after the GTA gameplay. I'm down for that. I want to try some super chicks. All right, so let's do it. We're a mere $18 away from hitting our second goal of the stream, which means we would be even closer to Super Chicks, the gourmet chicken sandwich place. All right, I hope that you guys will get excited and support the streams this week. Again, if we hit 60 goals on this stream, I will order Super Chicks. I'm not kidding. So it would only be $918 more. If I can get $918 of support right now, maybe a big tip, someone, welcome back, I will order Super Chicks on this stream, and we will have DSP Tries It. It's been over a week since we did a DSP Tries It. It's about time. It's about, let's do it. I'd be down for that. I'd be very excited to try this new place out. Never had it before. 4 goals hit, so now, like I said, 6 goals to go. That would be another $900. Can we do it on the stream? We could. And if we do it on the stream, I will order Super Chicks, a brand new restaurant. We'll see if it's any good. All right, I think it's good. It looks good. Looks amazing. I'll order many things. I'll probably get a sandwich, a side, and probably a custard. The custard will undoubtedly be completely melted by the time it gets here because it's like 90 degrees outside. Folks, I'll be ready to have the conversation. All right? So here's the deal. This last week I wasn't here. It was not planned. It was no vacation. All right? This was something that came out of left field and I had to handle. And as you know, well, you may not know this, as you get older, more and more things start to happen that you can't control. And you just got to learn to adjust. Okay? You have to. And a lot of things are going to happen as you get older that you don't want to have to deal with or handle. But you're going to have to. All right? I mean, you could just stick your head in the ground like an ostrich and pretend like the world doesn't exist, but eventually it's going to come back anyway to bite you, right? And it is what it is. So basically this last week was no picnic for me at all. It was probably one of the darkest, most emotionally wrenching times of my life. Okay? I had absolutely zero enjoyment. And, that's that. Now, I'm well aware that so many people on the internet stalk me. And again, because the only reason they have content is because they steal mine. If I'm not here, they go crazy trying to stalk me and figure out what I've been up to and where I am and all of that. I am pleased to say, very pleased to say, they have absolutely no clue what I've been doing. Zero. And let me tell you, I had to learn from so many different things of my past that have happened, right? Things where I never fathomed that these idiots would get information or you know what I'm saying, or pry into my personal stuff. They were not able to do so this time. But the first time probably ever. Right? That's amazing. Did I ever think that because I went through a bankruptcy that this was going to result in me having years of harassment, identity theft, money stolen, bank accounts, being accessed from unauthorized parties and all kinds of shit? Of course I didn't. Of course I never thought that would happen, but it did, right? So learning, from all of that, I 100% kept my lips zipped, and it worked. All right? So I hope that you guys understand. I want you to understand something. I appreciate every one of you. Whether you're a viewer, whether you're someone who actually contributes above and beyond that, whether you're one of my moderating staff, whoever you are out there, if you like my content and you watch it, I really appreciate you. I do. You're the reason why I get to do what I love for a living. And there's a lot of things that I owe. You know, for example, I never would have met my wife if it weren't for me doing this for a job. You know what I mean? I never would have. So there's a lot of great things in my life as a result of this. But at the same time, because this nonstop leeching, this sucking parasites on me, they rely on me when I'm not here. You know that they're going to go crazy. So I hope you have to understand why I couldn't say anything at all. I had to keep my lips zipped completely, 100%, because God forbid I let something slip that then they would be able to find stuff out. They would try to ruin my life, mess with me and everything around me. You know what I'm saying? Like, just think about it. If they knew that I wasn't going to be streaming this week, they would have been fucking with me nonstop, right? They would have tried a million different stupid things. And not to say that they didn't. There were a few things that were attempted, but because I kept my lips zipped, they were completely unsuccessful. All right? So, the thing is, you might say, well, are you going to tell us everything that happened this week? No, I'm not. I'm going to tell you why. Because it's my life, and I have a right to privacy. I have a right to have a private life. But just because I share a public face to you every day on a stream where I make content and we play games and we hang out does not mean that I also owe you an explanation for everything else that goes on in my private life. I can wholeheartedly tell you that what I've been dealing with over the last week has nothing to do with this stream, has nothing to do with my content, has nothing to do with this business, has nothing to do with our interactions, nothing. Zero. Therefore, I don't have to tell you anything, nor should I be expected to, nor should there be a demand for that. I have a right to have my own life. All right? And I hope that that many of you will understand that. If you don't, I'm going to be honest with you. I hope that you seek counseling soon. Because if you actually think that because someone on the internet streams that they owe you full transparency of everything that they ever have done, you are actually mentally deficient from being a normal human, and you need to go speak to a professional for help right now. And I'm speaking directly to my detractors right now. You're all mentally fucking deficient, and you do need to seek help because, number one, you're breaking the law, and number two, you're ruining your life and the lives of everyone around you with your actions. You're sick. You're toxic people. And I know that you would have probably tried to hurt me and or everyone around me if I had given any information out at all about what I've been up to this last week. It's that simple, all right? So I'm very happy that I did it the way that I did. I'm very happy that it's handled that way. And now I'm coming back and we're moving on positively. We're getting back to where we were, okay? Because the thing is, these idiots also, let's say, for example, I decided to tell you some information about what I've been up to. You know what would happen immediately? Oh, Pierce says he's looking for a sob story so that people will come and support him because of this. What? He is a horrible person because he's using this as ammo to try to raise money. No, I'm not. Not at all. I'm not going to tell you a single thing about what happened because it has nothing to do with this at all. You know, you're coming here, you're hanging out with me, you're enjoying the content, support it by all means. And that's what people have been doing. That's what's actually angering people. That unlike previous where, you know, there was a few months there where I was getting tons of support because I was associated with another group. I'm not associated with that group anymore, but I'm still making the same amount. And that's driving people nuts. They can't take that. So wait a minute. He's earning a good living on his own merits, but we were always of the impression, our narrative was always that he couldn't do that. So how is it possible, right? Because people actually like the content, because people like me. Unlike you, because when I was gone, your content was dead. No one cared about you when I was gone because they're not watching for you. They're watching for me. Don't you get it, Leech? Don't you get it, Parasite? I'm the content. That's why I'm entitled to everything you get out of it. And I will have it someday. So, I'm sorry that I can't come back on this stream and just unload on you guys and be like, here's what's been going on and blah, blah, blah. I can't. Because immediately, number one, it would be, see, Phil's looking for sympathy. And number two, it would be, oh, so now let's do everything we possibly can to ruin his life and everyone else's life and everything around us. Right? It would. That's how they are. They're mentally ill people. These are not normal thinking people. They're broken in the head. I would go as far to say they're all of the like mind, and they reached out to each other and found themselves on the internet because they're so broken. They had to find other people that were broken to feel normal. And they've actually created this community of mentally deficient, ill people. That's not good at all, because that's how cults begin. Do you understand? How do you think the people who drink the Kool-Aid, how that started? Because they were all fucking nuts and they all found each other. And that's how these people operate now. They do it anonymously on the internet. It's dangerous shit. So that's why I literally can't tell you a word about any of what really has gone down, because undoubtedly harassment would begin on all fronts. And so therefore, you're never going to know what I was doing. All of the guesses have been wrong completely, which I'm happy about. So trust me, because I was nervous this week with not saying a word and keeping my mouth shut, that possibly there was going to be harassment or someone would figure out something. Luckily, nobody did. Thankfully, thank God. And it's all over now. And now we can try to get back to normalcy, which I think we're going to be fine. We're in the midst of a very awesome, busy gaming summer, correct? And because of that, we're going to have so much to do together. We're enjoying chill streams. We're enjoying challenging streams. No matter what we're doing, this good variety of content that's all working. And we're having a great time enjoying each other's company. The goals are working, right? Everything's working. So I'm having a great time. I know that you guys are. And, thank you guys so much for your support and your understanding. If you don't understand, then I urge you to move on. And I'm going to repeat what I just said. If you don't understand that someone who is an internet content creator has a right to privacy, a right to keep things private, a right to not be transparent about everything in their private life that has nothing to do with their content. If you don't understand that separation and that right, please move on and don't watch my content anymore. Okay? You're not welcome here. People who are obsessed and think they are crazily demanding of things, you're entitled. You're entitled to nothing. You get what I give you, and you like it, or you leave. That's it. That's not an unreasonable demand. Any normal person would say that makes sense. But if you can't get that in your head, if your head doesn't click and say, okay, that makes sense. That doesn't make sense to me. I'm entitled. Goodbye. I don't want you here. You're not entitled. You need to move on and get some help. Maybe there's other creators who like that kind of behavior. Not me. I have things to do and a life to live, and I have the right to having that life, separate from all of you being weirdos and acting like this. Okay? So, by the way, I don't have that clip anymore. Percival has played the Michael Jordan clip. I don't have it anymore because I didn't use it for so long that I removed it here. Yeah, I don't have it. But I will say this. There was a time back in the day when I shared everything. There was a time when if something like this had happened, I would have come out and 100% shared it all with my viewer base because I felt like it was safe. I felt like that was okay. Like no one was going to care. No one was going to mess with me or my life or harass me or anyone involved. It would be fine. Right? But one big problem happened. All right? Here's what happened. You blew it. And what I mean when I say that, you blew it, is that back when I used to be transparent about everything, people used it in a very malicious ways. You know, they used stuff that you would think would be just commonplace information, and they used it to try to harass, to try to mess with me, and not just me, but the people around me, my friends, my family, all of that. And because of that, because you had power and you misused it, you will no longer have that power. I've taken that away from you now. So now you just sit there and you'll know what I tell you, and you won't know anything further, and you'll like it. And there's nothing you can do about it. Sorry. At one point, I would have been more transparent, but you just don't deserve it with the behaviors that certain people have had on the internet. You don't deserve that level of transparency any further. You can't be trusted with it. That's the truth, is you just can't be trusted with it. right? If I could trust people with information, I would give you some. But I can't trust you anymore. Because too many people have been too malicious. And that's not me talking to everyone. That's me talking to the detractors. And that's me talking to the psychos out there who take it too far. All right, that's certainly not everyone. That's definitely not my fan base or viewer base. But there is this weird vortex of weirdos. You would have had information. I would have been able to come by and open up to all of you and feel relieved. Instead of having to compartmentalize my life, because that's what I'm doing now. We've got this part of my life that's private, this part of my life that's public. You get the public, you can't get the private anymore, because I had to do that. I didn't used to do that, but now I have to, and it's because of the people who can't behave because they're mentally deficient. Okay? So again, I know that there will be people who understand and people who don't, and I'm sorry to those who don't, but I don't need you here. I would much rather be able to just make positive content, all right, and be who I want to be and be successful doing what I want to do, all right, rather than these people who are out of their minds demanding, and that when I give, then they use it to hurt me anyway, because that's exactly what will happen. Oh, tell us, or I'll finally tell you. And then here we go. Here comes the rasping, all kinds of shit. I'm not going to do it. All right? I'm good to go. We're moving forward positively. And again, if anything, this last week has completely 100% proven and corroborated everything I've said about the vortex around me. I'm not involved with it, but they are all directly dependent on me. Without me, they dry up in the hot sun like a weed with no water. They have absolutely nothing to do. They become irrelevant. Get it? And the fact that they are irrelevant without stealing my content proves in a court of law that I own their content. Get it? But that's for another day. And then Cheese Cat with a $2 super chat, he's talking about PPP. Well, good for you. In fact, if you want to talk about him, why don't you go to his house and suck him? Really, why don't you just get down on your hands and knees and blow the guy? Because Lord knows he can't read shit and no one else is gonna. But thanks for the $2. Dan Zach did a $5 super chat. He says the Detractor channels become conspiracy channels and then get real crazies. No, they have real crazies now. They really do. They actually do. These people are so nuts. They believe things that are actually outright lies that can easily be disproven. But they just want to believe toxic negative things. Therefore, they're not. If you actively have facts in front of you and you say, I don't want any of that because I want to believe this instead, you're not. Thank you guys for the support today because, again, helps a lot being away for a week. Getting a great start like this helps a ton. Thank you guys for that, really. And like I said, if we had 900 more, well, 900 more, well, no, not 900 more because now we raised 33. $827 more on the stream, too. If we hit 60 goals, I will order the Super Chicks and we will do DSP tries it on this stream. But it's going to take some big contributions to hit that. Right now, the momentum is great, but I don't think we're going to hit it by the end of the stream. Okay. Listen to this dunce. Someone tipped $2. Well, people want more transparency, and you can control the narrative with openness. Oh, my God. You are such a babe in the woods, man. You really were. You know what they say? People, an idiot is born every minute, and people really were born yesterday. If you actually believe that, wow, I got something to sell you. Holy shit. Hilarious people, again, the trolls, the King Chat. He's massively begging. Who's massively begging? I do this every day. How is this any different than a normal day? It's fine. This is normal behavior. This is normal content. I think you're mistaken. You obviously are newcomers. If you're saying that, lastly, to summarize again, when I was gone, I was not on vacation. Nothing good happened. It was all horrible stuff, personal stuff that I'm not going to share with you because if I do, these online crazy mentally ill stalkers will try to use any information I give you to hurt me. And I've learned my lesson and I'm not going to do that anymore. And I'm sorry for that to those who truly cared and sucked that I couldn't talk to you guys during the weekend to give you any updates or anything. I'm doing it for my best interest. I'm separating my personal, private stuff from my public persona. I have to do that. There's no way I can mix the two anymore because these people are nuts. They're in a vortex around me. They're parasites on me. They need as much as they can to make content. They get absolutely nothing. They can go fuck themselves. They get nothing. I'm back to being me now. And that's all that really matters. Okay? Thank you to those for respecting my privacy. I appreciate you very, very much. Thank you for that. Oh, I'm absolutely sure of that. Willie says, I watch some troll channels. They're all seething with the fact that you couldn't profit off of your content this week. Of course, they have nothing without me. It's what I've been telling you guys. None of them have talent. None of them have a lick of anything to do or make money off of without me. They all are leeches and parasites. Therefore, I'm entitled to what they have. And I will have it eventually. The villain says, Memology 101 content, his days are numbered. Like I say, parties are tracking appropriately. That's all I'm going to say. All right, I can't, again, this is stuff, I can't give you full details, but public notice, parties are tracking appropriately of what's allowed and what's not. There's a lot out there that is allowed, and there's also a lot out there that's not. So it's all being tracked, all being kept, in accordance with law, and I will have what I need. It's all good. There you go. Midnight Stargaze just said, if you look at everyone who's illegally restreaming me right now, which is illegal, if you're restreaming me right now without me having an opportunity to broadcast and profit on it first, you are breaking the law and you're going to be in trouble. He says, I have over 2,000 viewers right now. And I do every day. Like, let's not make any small bones about this. I have around between 1,000 to 2,000 viewers every single day. It's just that other people are stealing the content and monetizing it, which is illegal. You cannot do that. You cannot live steal someone's content and monetize it. Period. Not allowed, and everything you make will be mocked.